For the carrots, we're gonna put it on steam. I'm gonna do 15 minutes. All right. And so for the glaze, I've used half a cup of Malta, which is this. So half a cup of sugar.
What are you making?
Carrots. And that's a teaspoon of butter.
What are you making under there?
What am I making under where, buddy?
There.
Nothing. Not yet. I will.
What
Well,
the-
mommy was making cakes. Cooked bread. Carrot bread. Pudding bread.
Go.
Chips. No, you need lunch if you're gonna eat it. You know for lunch.
What's this?
You gonna try and do that for lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me finish this and I'll do it.
What is this?
It's a towel for picking up hot stuff.
Say it again.
It's a oven mitt. It's for picking up hot stuff out of the oven. Piece of leftover vanilla bean, if that makes any sense. Just like a pinch of salt and everything else. And once we get kind of in this general area, we're going to take it off the heat because it'll cook more in the oven. And that'll allow it to steep, I think. And that's kind of what I want right now. So we have our steamed carrots. We're just going to pour glaze over. So now I'm going to put this in the oven. The oven's at 350. And we're gonna let that just soak it all up. Beef tenderloin with pepper and garlic. I'm just gonna truss it up right now. Okay, wait. We have some potatoes, about half a bag, corn and peas, snap peas, 1 celery, tomato paste, 2 onions, a bouquet of thyme, rosemary, and sage, about 4 scallion. A whole garlic head, package of white mushrooms, a dark beer, and beef broth. I'm taking all the outside paper off of the garlic. I'm just gonna cut it in half. Put that aside for me. Alright, so for the first part, I'm only going to use the white part. It's just regular onion. So because this is pretty high heat, I'm gonna use, and I want to add flavor to the thing, I'm gonna use ghee. Which is good for high heat and just adding general flavor or butter to anything it touches. That's pretty good stuff as a base. When you start seeing bubbles off of the wood, it means your oil is pretty hot. I don't know if you can see that, but it's bubbling up right there. These are pretty good to go. Okay, so the onions are now, have helped me deglaze the pan quite a bit, actually. We're just gonna let these kind of come up and caramelize. At this point, I am gonna add some real butter. Just maybe like a quarter teaspoon. Over here, I'm gonna take the mushrooms and start a similar process of getting the water out of it. Because ultimately what I want to do is dehydrate these so I can rehydrate them in the stock that I'm creating over here. And color in the pan at this point is good. At this stage, I'm gonna put some tomato paste. I like a lot of tomato paste, so I'll put a lot of tomato paste now. If you don't like tomato paste, then just... celery. So now at this stage, I'm adding the beer. Now we're gonna get it all up. Clean the pan as best we can.
Come here.
So I'm gonna let this beer probably reduce by half before I add the other stock and ingredients. And bring that back up to a boil.
Cool.
So now I'm gonna add the excuse me? It's about halfway up. The mushrooms are giving all their juice out to the water, and then once this evaporates, they will start caramelizing. And they'll be fully cooked, so we can add them later when we take the top off of this after it's in the oven. And I want a rolling boil before I put it in the oven because I want that heat to just maintain as I go. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is add the garlic. And that'll cook nicely. And I'm gonna add the bouquet. then I'm gonna put the top on it and stick it in the oven. All right, so right now, these are looking good. They're getting good color on them. And the beautiful thing about a mushroom is you can't really overcook a mushroom. Just don't burn it. And now the rest of my onion. And my fish. Here with the one. And it's the same deal. I'm taking all that mushroom fried flavor and putting it in the water. That'll loosen these guys up and allow their moisture to enter to the water. And then they end up frying really nice. And you're getting a lot of color. And then we'll add the corn and peas, butter, salt, pepper. So this is the point after 40 minutes covered and 20 minutes uncovered. And so what I'm gonna do now is take out the meat and start separating out. Here's the garlic. So what I'm gonna do is strain this and get all the juice out. So what I'm gonna do now is start trying to push all of these onions and garlic through the sieve. And the only thing that'll be left behind is the paper and the leaves. The leaves will take on. Yes, what to do now is put it back into the pot. Bring it to a boil. So this is that garlic, free of skin. You just need to put that straight in there. At this point, I'm not a little cream. Turn it way down. That way, you can just throw it into the sauce. So with the sugar snaps, we have them. The water is about more than half gone. We have the corn and the peas. And this was butter. So my braised tenderloin turned into a beef stew because I overcooked it. So what I did to save it was I sliced it super thin and then I made a gravy. And then I chunked it up, the meat, and I put it in here. And what that does is it's reabsorbing all the water it lost during the cook And now each of these little parts are becoming tender. So just because you overcook something, or it's not the end of the world, right? You have to reevaluate and maybe pivot and change it into something. Instead of a pot roast, now we have kind of a stew. It's delicious, it's the same flavors, but now the meat is smaller and much more tender. So don't be afraid to make mistakes.